guys! It's time for NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands! Okay, and welcome back to Warframe, my little lamps. It's been a long time since we've played this game. I actually haven't played since April, so I logged back in, had to do some updating and everything, and then spent some time getting used to the controls again. There's a new quest called The Teacher, and it's designed for beginning players. This is something that you're going to come across if you're just starting out. So for me, a lot of this stuff isn't going to make much difference because this is just going to be reteaching me things, but since it's been so long since I've played, that's a good thing. One of the things I had to relearn was starting missions and how sometimes things just get automatically completed. Like, you would have noticed it was sitting there saying mission tasks the opportunist needed to be done. And backing in and out of this screen here completed that. I don't know if all I had to do was sit there and watch that opening cinematic to complete it or not, or if it was getting one of the first few missions in the game done. But that's been checked off. Now we got to do what's called the Relic, and I forgot that as you go through screens and everything, when you're doing an active quest, when you get back into your orbiter and everything, the next mission for you to do, there's going to be a button up in the top right corner for you to go ahead and click on, and that'll start you on your next mission. So it took me a bit of time, as you can see. I was going through here, checking all this stuff out, and seeing what's been completed and what hasn't. But eventually I figured it out, so we're going to edit out the next minute or so of me being confused and hop right into that mission.
There are Corpus heat signatures ahead. Move toward the source of the signal. I will try and patch you into their comms.
So since it's been so long, I'm definitely going to be having to try and get used to hitting all the buttons in the right way and everything. So you're probably going to see a few seconds here and there of me just kind of standing around doing nothing because I was having to look at my controller and trying to figure things out. But this mission is going to be a fairly simple one. Again, it's geared towards beginners, somebody who's just started out playing this game. So it's definitely going to be easy for us. You know, the enemies aren't going to be super tough for what we're at and everything with our level and the mods and the weapons and everything that we've got equipped for this Warframe that we're using. So this is going to be a good way of getting back into the game, I think.
Activate an Orcan Air distress beacon. So who did? Be wary.
Am I to believe that you are the Tenno who cut down the mighty Vor? Even these covetous merchants avoided triggering the segment's anti-tampering routine.
That voice.
The Tenno I remember could find their enemy's weakness faster than the Kubradon finds a jugular. What happened to you?
What are you doing here?
I need to see for myself. Have the Tenno risen? Or is this another Lotus trick?
Teshin, Dax. This Tenno is not your foe.
We shall see.
Tenno.
Do you even remember the old war? Well, you wouldn't anyway. She made sure all the Tenno forgot. A mercy, I suppose. Finally. You have rested too long. Get up. Now. I have disabled your Warframes abilities. Orokin tricks won't help you now. Pick up that weapon. Your life depends on you proving to me that you are a Tenno and not some imposter. Now, try and cut me down.
Where?
We are beyond her reach. You are alone. Promising. What feeble game is the Lotus playing? Tenno indeed. How long I have waited for this day. Stand down. We have much to review, and little time to do so. Come with me. Your weapons bear no mods. Your orbiter, no mod segment. Can the Lotus not provide even the simplest? It matters not. I now have one in my arsenal. Your first lesson is simple. Destroy these targets. Can you not see? They are outfitted with advanced corpus shields, vulnerable only to electric elemental attacks. Your body remembers the stances, but your mind has forgotten your studies. Use my arsenal and upgrade your weapon.
So if you're new to Warframe, this is going to be where you start learning about weapon mods, how to use them and how to equip them. So we're going to run over here and see what this teaches us.
Now, try again. See? Mods were the hidden power behind the Orokin's military, capable of turning simple weapons into implements of mass destruction. Fueled by the miracle of Endo, they can be endlessly rearranged and tailored to cut through the defenses of any foe. Next lesson. See how your weapon fares against these targets. These shields are only weak to magnetic elemental damage.
So next we're going to learn about how combining mods can create different effects for our weapons.
Remember your alchemy. When electricity combines with cold, you create a magnetic field. Apply your mods accordingly. See? So simple. Even a child could do it. Now, test your work. Not bad. Next, we will... Right on schedule. Show these corpus all you have learned.
Didn't think I would find you. You underestimate my tenacity and desire.
Okay, so now it's turned into a battle. It looks like we're going to have to fight off a couple of waves of enemies trying to attack, and then we'll see what happens after this. Some sort of little glitch happened here, and Teshin got stuck under this little bridge, and so it caused the enemies to get stuck in a loop themselves of hopping down to try and attack him, but since they couldn't get to him, they kept running back up to the top of the bridge and then jumping down. It made it a little bit tricky for us to try and attack the enemies, since the only thing we've got is a ranged weapon. We don't have in it our sword. But eventually I figured out if I just stood in the right place, the enemies would keep looping to me.
More will come soon. Bolster your warframe.
Okay, things got a little bit confusing for me here. Again, this is designed for people who are just starting out. So what they want you to do is put this Warframe mod on. I already have a bunch of mods, and I also have the Umbral mods that are specific to this Warframe, and one of them is Umbral Vitality, so I couldn't use this mod until I unlocked that one, and I forgot about how that works, so you're going to see me kind of fumbling around here trying to get this mod on there before I finally remembered what I needed to do, and then we'll get back to the battle.
Let us try this again. We'll take care of these mercenaries. Take the mod segment. It is too valuable to fall into Corpus hands. Take the segment and go. I am not done here. Much better. That was the scouts. But the cavalry gather. Collect your weapons and take whatever mods you need. We have little time.
Tenno, get to extraction. Is that a mod segment?
Only one per Tenno. Don't get greedy.
Teshin gave you that mod segment. Maybe he can be trusted. Install it at once. You will need maximum power for your next mission.
Again, since this whole quest is designed for beginners, for me it was a little bit confusing about really what to do next, because I already have mod segments installed in my orbiter and everything. So it took me a few moments of playing around with controls and everything before I got everything set up and was able to complete this next part of the quest and go on to the next mission. Teshin has been captured, so we have to go on a sort of rescue mission to get the guy who just kidnapped us. Now we're going to rescue him, or are we going to kidnap him? So once you get the mod segment installed, the next thing this is going to start teaching you is how to dissolve mods and then how to fuse them to increase them. So you can see that we've already got the Stormbringer that Teshin gave us. I've also got a Stormbringer that's maxed out at level 11, and I've got 12 copies of my own. So because this is all kind of new and everything, and they've kind of changed the way things are done, it took me a second to figure out how to get everything selected, and start getting things dissolved and then getting things fused.
Good. When you are ready, find Teshin.
Okay, now we're all set for what's called the final test mission, which is probably going to be the last part of this whole the teacher quest, so let's hurry up and get to that.
Teshin is deep within this ship. Cut through the corpus and find him.
Sweet fortune. What are the odds? Another bird flies into my hands. Oh, Nathania will pay dearly for the two of you. Corpus, take the Tenno. Dead or alive, it matters little.
Eliminate the wardens. Get Teshin out of that cell.
She sent you to rescue me?
Not quite, Teshin. The Tenno is on a capture mission.
Very well, if you think they are ready. You have already learned mod fusion. Did you show them this, Lotus? Yes, you are the Tenno I remember. Okay, Lotus. Let's talk.
One more order of business, Tenno. Scuttle this vessel. The reactor is protected by 2 control systems. You need to breach both systems to expose the reactor core.
Office! Stop that Tenno!
This is it. Take out the reactor. It is done. Now find extraction.
No! My ship! By the tenets, how is this possible?
Treasurer, may I make a suggestion? Put out a distress call. When you do, let them all know. The Tenno are back.
Lotus, what you had the Tenno do to the Orokin, it was necessary. I concede that now. Will you tell them the truth of the matter?
In time, there are difficult conversations ahead. They will need a mentor.
You trust me to do this?
If you trust me to be their Lotus.
It is not my choice. It is theirs.
And that completes the mission and brings us to the end of the teacher quest. If you're a new player, this definitely helped get you off on the right foot, teaching you some of the basics of the game. If you're a returning player like me that's been gone for a couple of months, this was a good little refresher course. And
Tenno,
there's been a lot of neat updates that have come out since April, and I think there's going to be some fun content for me to come back to and maybe do a couple of more videos. So that's going to be the end of this one. Thank you so much for watching, my little lambs, and I hope to see you next time in the Digital Wonderlands.
They require